Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm going to be updating you on some more latest news again. The growing speculation that's been going on for quite a while is currently Alexis Sanchez going to be leaving Arsenal now. Basically the media are speculating, and it is according to numerous reports, that basically after the Confederations Cup that Alexis Sanchez would, well, he did decide his future but he couldn't tell them. And basically now he insisted he does want Champions League football, and basically said to reports, I've made my decision, I want Arsenal to reply, I basically want Champions League football. And that's what Alexis Sanchez has quoted out. He's also told Chile something as well, that he wants Champions League football. So basically Alexis Sanchez, according to him, has currently made his decision. Arsene Wenger though is still confident, and he's determined that he can still keep Alexis Sanchez in the team. But Arsenal have got other plans if Alexis Sanchez does leave. They've obviously got, but City are interested, Bayern Munich have been in there as well for him. Pep Guardiola's looking for the reunion. It is I think it's one of his number one solutions to strengthen that front line of Manchester City's, if he is to get him on the board, Alexis Sanchez. But yes, it has been confirmed now, the way it's been sprouting about, that Alexis Sanchez has made his decision. He wants Champions League football. For the player of his calibre, he expected to achieve more at Arsenal. He has currently won loads of honours in the past. He's won FIFA Club World Cup, won La Liga with Barcelona. I think he's won 2 or 3 FA Cups with Arsenal, Community Shield. But he doesn't basically think that 2 or 3 FA Cups in the space of that 4-year, whatever period, is enough. For the player of his calibre, he wants to be in Champions League football, challenging for, Premier League trophies and stuff like that. And yeah, so basically I think he had been before demanding a £400,000 a week contract. I think Arsene Wenger is prepared to offer him now a £275,000 a week contract to keep him, as he has currently got, I think, only 12 months left on his contract. So you probably would now get him for the reasonable fee, as his contract is coming to an end soon. But I'd love the likes of Alexis Sanchez. He's very composed, very well organised, very energetic, very passionate, good at driving forward also, good in the air, very tenacious. And he's one of Arsenal's best players. And Arsenal, obviously I've got Lacazette on the board. As I said, he could come to the Premier League and make the Premier League apart. Lacazette is very highly experienced as well. Good, strong, aggressive as well. But Arsenal, with Sanchez, they've had a thought about a replacement. I don't know what's currently going on with them and Thomas Lemar. Moussam Dembele from Celtic, who's currently scored 36 goals, I think, last season in 48 appearances. He is currently a young 21-year-old, but obviously he has got young talent and experience. Obviously not as much as experience as Alexis Sanchez has got, but he was one of them players that risen them to the Scottish title last season, scoring bag full of goals, leading the lines fantastically well. And that's what Arsenal are looking into. And he's a player that is still young, still may need to improve. He could express himself more in about a year or two's time, in a year or two period. But what I've heard of him, his stats are fantastic. He's got passing ability, good in the air, good at driving forward, very good at going around defenders also. And yeah, what I've seen is some of his stats. He's a fantastic player. So yeah, the latest news, the way this transfer window is going at the moment, we don't have a clue what's going on apart from the Perisic deal. Obviously, I wanted Morata to come. I really wanted Morata to come. Some people, Mata still thinks it could be on. I'm not going to totally disregard it, but I just can't see now Morata coming. We know it'd been a plan B. Oh no, sorry, a plan A, and Lukaku is a plan B. Currently hasn't worked out like that because Real Madrid are offering too much money for Morata. But the next most likely sign that looks like it's going to happen is even Perisic. As I did say, it's going to be confirmed in the next 48 hours. The media was speculating it was supposed to be confirmed today. Obviously before they go to China, which is tomorrow they go to China. And obviously he showed suggestions basically on Instagram and stuff. Perisic has basically left Northern, he left the training camp, the Northern Italy training camp, to get the move done quicker. But negotiations have gone through, they've had talks basically. Don't matter what the director says, basically resisted to this. And the expert, Serie A expert as well, resisted to this. And we've been trying to get a fee done for quite a while, because obviously Damasio announced it. Basically it was around about €55 million, £48 million English sterling. But yeah, we do need that dedicated width. He need to be fantastic. You know, he's got tremendous speed, good at driving forward, very skillful, very good in the air. And he's a highly experienced player, and we need that more in the team. We need that cohesion in the team. We need that confidence. And the only senior players at the moment are really Carrick and Valencia, our main ones. And we've got Jose Mourinho's built quite a lot of youth into the team as well. And he's built it. So now we've got these two players on the board. He's now building up this foundation for players to come and experience this fantastic Manchester United facility. So yeah, Nainggolan, yeah, I think he has agreed now, because he did have a 40-minute meeting the other day. I think he's agreed now. He's currently the club president has basically announced this, that he's currently going to be extending his contract at Roma. So we basically now have to forget about him. Him in the midfield, though, he'd have been very competitive, very tenacious. You know, good at breaking up the play. He'd have been the perfect midfield for me. You know. Luxury, you know, it'd have been a luxury of the midfield, you know, alongside your Eras, your Pogbas. He does complement them fantastically well. Damasio currently announced his start of May that we'd showed an interest in Nainggolan. I think some negotiations were going on, but I think he was basically dubious on his future, was Nainggolan. He wasn't quite sure what he was going to be doing. But now, yeah, so the main thing that's concerning me, I still think we may need a left back, but I think Luke Shaw needs a chance. He needs a chance, Luke Shaw, because he's currently our advanced left back. Sorry. We definitely need still a midfielder in there. We need a midfielder. We've also Fabinho. I think that deal's still off as well. He did say the 45 million deal was off. Basically, Damasio had announced this as well. We basically thought we was going to be getting him. It did record to reports that we'd agreed a fee. Well, Atletico Madrid had agreed a fee for him, but they obviously they can't buy anyone until January anyway, as they've got this transfer ban. So we've had positives in this transfer window, we've had negatives this transfer window. So Fabinho, as I said, good at breaking up the play, very tenacious, good at driving forward, good in the air also. He is a fantastic player, Fabinho. So, yeah, we'll have to see. That looks like them two crucial midfielders that we've missed out on, which is disappointing. Chelsea, I still think Chelsea have got problems in their team. I still think they need to strengthen up at the front. Is Diego Costa going? I'm not quite sure. But Chelsea still need to add strength, you know, and add ranks to their front line. They still need to strengthen up there. Obviously, they've got a good signing on the board. They've got Rudiger at centre-back. So they have added ranks to their centre-back. Chelsea have got a good centre-back, and they've also, Chelsea, added depth in their midfield with Bakayoko. Bakayoko is a good player, though. I did say it was a fake narrative, basically, about that rumours saying, would you agree what Chelsea had agreed? It was mostly on about Lukaku joining United, and then it spread furthermore. He was teasing people, was Bakayoko. Mind you, Lukaku does do it as well. He teases a lot of people. I've known Lukaku do it. Bakayoko, though, I'd have liked Bakayoko. I would have loved Bakayoko, because he was another limelight for why Monaco won the league as well. But had to be. I do prefer Fabinho as well over Bakayoko. But Bakayoko is versatile, good at breaking up the play like Fabinho, strong, very aggressive with the ball, and yeah, that's what we need. That inspiration in that team, players that are going to drive forward. You know, speed, penetration. That's what we need, and I still think we need more players in that team. If Ibra stays, then Jose Mourinho may look for the reinforcements up front in January, and I think his first option in January will be Antoine Griezmann, which will be fantastic. But Everton have done fantastically well, as I said. They've made 6-7 signings, which is fantastic. Then Koeman's job basically now is to get Everton playing good style attacking football. He's added ranks to their team. He's added depth there. He's added a bit of quality there. He's got some decent signings in Everton. Basically wants them to be at least challenging in the top 5, or maybe getting Champions League football. Or this is what Rooney basically expects, because he's gone to the team that he loves, Wayne Rooney. So, yeah, so he's gone to the team that he loves, Wayne Rooney. So, yeah, the transfer window is currently hotting up. City have got a good signing, Kyle Walker. As I said, that's added dynamism to their right back, which was Pep Guardiola's main priority. He's still looking further down the line at more players. He's obviously got Bernardo Silva on the board. Don't know what's happening with Mendy. Looks like he could be going. So Monaco are losing a lot of their players, so they need to think about individual replacements. But they have got quite a few players on the board of Monaco now. Chelsea have signed a few players. Arsenal have only signed Lacazette at the moment, I think. They still need to add more depth in their squad as well. But yeah, with Sanchez, basically, he didn't expect to only win 2 or 3 FA Cups his first 4 seasons. He wants Arsenal to be in Champions League football. This is the main reason why Sanchez has quoted out that he does want to leave Arsenal. That he does want to leave there. I don't know how long's he been at Arsenal now. Not quite sure. I have forgot. But he's a fantastic player, you know. 31 goals last season for Arsenal. Alexis Sanchez. So he is a fantastic player. And as I say, is there any more transfer rumours to update you guys on? Yes, and about Martial, as I said, I do hope Martial stays. I just don't want Mourinho to sanction him because he can grow and develop more into his game. Can Antonio Martial? He's a good, fantastic. He spent most of his time on the left-hand side last season, but now with Perisic coming, I said it's going to be harder for him to get that game time that he wants. Even Martial, but he will grow, he will develop into his game more. He still is a fantastic player, and he can prove it at times. And also, I'm very impressed with Rashford in the last performance against LA Galaxy. Rashford is a fantastic player as well. He said I said before last season, one of my videos, when he gets bigger and stronger, he will grow and develop into his game fantastically well. Will Marcus Rashford, and he proved that against LA Galaxy, you know. I know it is only pre-season, and I am looking forward to the game tonight at 3 o'clock. Don't forget, it's at the Tinto Stadium or something like that. It is currently Real Salt Lake. It's currently 3 a.m. in the UK. Obviously, I won't be watching it. Probably won't be watching it because I will be in bed by then, but I will have a glance at the highlights, and then I'll be able to do a review on the game, as I've currently already done my preview. But what I hope is basically, I'm just speculating on the lineup, as I said. Romelu Lukaku and Rashford do work together. Because Mkhitaryan and I thought Lukaku combined fantastically well in the LA Galaxy game. Andres Pereira, he might be put in a centre defensive mid role, or they might push him up more as an attacking centre midfielder. I'm not quite sure. He could even get in that number 10 role. Or maybe if Lukaku is playing up front and he does start him, which I think he may do after making his debut in the LA Galaxy game, Pogba even may get set free if Lukaku is up front, depending what formation Jose Mourinho does play out. But I think the 3-5-2 formation was actually fantastic, you know, because we have got quite a lot of centre-backs in there. You could say Lindelof and Bailey are a fantastic centre-back partnership. You know, there could be the new reincarnation of Vidic and Ferdinand, and we need a defender like that we used to have, your likes of your Vidic's, your Ferdinands. That's what we want. And yeah, and Lindelof did fantastic, I thought, on his debut. I thought Lukaku did fantastic on his debut. You know, it is early on. It's only the first pre-season. The second pre-season is coming up. You know, and we've got a lot of football. There's a lot of action going on in these pre-season friendlies. A lot of football to come. So there's going to be more videos for me to do with Lukaku. His first touch does concern me. If I'm going to be quite honest, guys. It does concern me, but I think he's a player that can perform fantastically well. He does come isolated. He has been an isolated figure in the last couple of years. He's fully Premier League proven. He's Romelu Lukaku. But he will grow and develop more into his game. When he gets a name on his score sheet, he will crash the gates, and basically then he will just all of a sudden hit form. But I was disappointed, but he didn't score in the LA Galaxy game. But I do think he may get the start tonight against Real Salt Lake. Real Salt Lake did actually beat LA Galaxy 6-2. I think that was their last game, as I mentioned before. So it's I think Real Salt Lake we should win, and then I think the games are they're coming up thick and fast, and then it's going to be harder. The games are going to get harder. City's going to be pretty tough. Real Madrid in the Super Cup and the friendly is going to be tough, and the Barcelona's game is going to be very, very tough as well. But it doesn't really matter, does pre-season really? Who's this? Are you on about Sanchez? Yeah. Is this fake news? I don't know. Sanchez, mate, has basically quoted out that he wants Champions League football. Arsenal have not got Champions League football. He's basically said, right, I've made my decision. I want a reply from Arsenal. He wants to leave, mate. He wants to leave Arsenal. This is what he's basically quoted out. I think he said it in an interview with Summit as well. Arsenal don't want him to leave, but Wenger doesn't want him to leave because he's determined to keep him because he's still a lethal player for Arsenal. But you definitely need another player or two at least on the board if Alexis Sanchez does go. You know what but as I said, we're going back to subjects about Lukaku. He's going to be playing well. You know, we're good, fantastic players around him. As I said, I still think we need more experience in the team, more desire in the team. And Perisic is going to give that as a player that can cross balls into the box. And I just can't wait till this Perisic deal is fully finalised because we've been waiting for absolutely hours and hours and hours on end about the Perisic. We've just been waiting ages for it to happen, but it will happen. So, anything else to update you guys on today? Anything else to update you guys on today? But as I said, yeah, as with the day, the De Gea rumours now have risen up again. As I said, he's risen up the ranks of Atletico Madrid. He's been here in the Moyes era, the Van Gaal era, and now the Jose Mourinho era. Still fantastic goalkeeper. He's still one of the best in the world, as I said. Real Madrid have had that interest in 2015. The rumours have risen up now. Could Toni Kroos be even part of the deal now, according to the reports? I do not know. But yeah, the more we charge for De Gea, if we do set a price out, the more it will snub Real Madrid off, basically. I do not know. But hopefully David De Gea does not go, but there has been alternative replacements if he does go. We've also got positive news. Joel Pereira signed that 4-year deal. Sergio Romero signed a 4-year deal yesterday, as I notified you guys about that as well, which was fantastic because he's a fantastic number 2. Him and De Gea are probably one of the best in the world. That's in my opinion. Sergio Romero, class. His Europa League form, fantastic last season. And he's currently age. What's his age? I think he's 30 now. He's currently age 30, yeah. So we're having negatives in the transfer window. We're having positives. We're getting knocked back. With 9 goals, I'm disappointed. With Fabinho, disappointed. I was disappointed when we lost out on Griezmann, but the positive is we could still look at him in January. I presume that Zlatan Ibrahimovic is going to sign a short-term deal. Ibrahimovic, who's led the lines fantastically well last season with 28 goals. But with Tottenham as well, about Eric Dyer, I forgot to mention, I think Jose Mourinho is prepared to make a last offer bid. But as I said, Tottenham are resisted to Eric Dyer, but they're looking to get their first proper summer signing on the board. You know, they've got class players of Tottenham and they have been consistent for the last couple of years, and the style of football that Pochettino's got on playing has been fantastic. But having losing out on, they've lost out on Kyle Walker. They've currently lost out on Kyle Walker, as I said, which is a disappointment for Tottenham. They'll be disappointed about that. He's come on the list now as one of the most expensive defenders as well, and I think a few other defenders that have just been signed have gone above him as well. I think Benucci has become one of the world's most defenders as well. In my opinion, Tottenham have been consistent the last few seasons. They've been a good team. They've been well organised. The home form was fantastic last season. Just recently got a new stadium. They've currently looked into the likes of Ross Barkley. I think they've looked into Max Meyer. Looked into a few players. But if they do go to Tottenham, you might get Ross Barkley cheap now anywhere. You might be staggering around maybe £20 million or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but he's a good player. I do like him. But if they get one of them, they might then allow Eric Dyer to leave. But Tottenham are resisted to, especially to a lot of their star quality players. They are basically not willing to sell Eric Dyer, but Eric Dyer may want to come to Manchester United. I did say I would prefer him over Nemanja Matic. Eric Dyer, though, is versatile. He is quick. He is strong. He is good in the air. He is good at physically going around defenders. But I would prefer him over your likes of Nemanja Matic. So it's important. We do need that depth. We need that offensive midfielder so we can set Pogba more free. We need to push Herrera up sometime so he can express himself more as well. And yeah, with Matic, obviously Matic has been, he hasn't currently gone to Asia. He hasn't gone to a trip to Asia basically with Chelsea. I think he's currently training on his own. But according to the reports I've just read about Nemanja Matic, now Chelsea have got the pursuit of Bakayoko, basically. It should now be easier for us to pursue Nemanja Matic. But according to reports, Juventus has been in there, we've been there, and I think someone else has been there now. It's basically saying they have agreed, they have agreed a deal to. He's agreed a deal to join Juventus. But I don't think Juventus are willing to pay that 40 million pound that Chelsea are rating him as. Basically, Matic is currently insisting that lower the 40 million price tag that Chelsea have set out for Nemanja Matic, basically because he's not worth that kind of money. I'm still adamant that he still may come to Manchester United, Nemanja Matic. But he wouldn't be my first choice, as I said. No good, bloody Chelsea reject. Bloody has reservations about his game. No, he's not good enough in the air. He's slow. He hasn't got much tempo to his play either. Doesn't contribute to his game fantastically well. Maybe some acts of his game he does play well, but he just wouldn't be my type of player. He just wouldn't be my type of player. Matic. But if we do get him, as I said, I have a lot of trustworthy behind Mourinho. I trust him a lot, Mourinho. What he's done in the past, he's got a fantastic pedigree. He's got a fantastic pedigree as Jose Mourinho. And I'll trust him all the way, no matter what happens in his transfer window. But yeah, Perisic looks the most likely. Perisic now looks like the most signing that's going to happen, which is good news. And then we can build on that, create that platform and build on from there, build a foundation from there to get more signings on the board, especially in that midfield is what's concerning me the most. We need to strengthen up that midfield. But I am going to be currently watching Wayne Rooney next season to see how he does perform at Everton, because it is his own club, it is his boiled club. Fergie currently bought him 26 million, was it, back in 2004. He's been at Manchester United over a decade. He's won every single domestic cup. Fantastic player over the years, and 253 goals, the all-time top goal scorer, and he can deserve credit for that. And basically, Rooney has been a fantastic servant over the years, and hopefully he gets to Everton, he'll force his way back into the England squad, hopefully. But I just said in the last couple of years, he'd lost his feet. He wasn't on his game. Obviously, didn't get that much game time under Mourinho, but towards the end of last season, when he was at Manchester United, he did. But he failed to establish himself. He was in the last 2 or 3 years, he was never the player that he was, Wayne Rooney, and he's been fantastic over the years. He's delivered the moments at the right delivered the goods at the right moments. But Rooney's been making comments, apparently, these harsh comments or something like that. Can't remember what was said, but you compare Lukaku and Rooney now at this day and age. Currently, Lukaku's currently now at this day and age in a total different league to Rooney. He's different. His comparison to Wayne Rooney in every single style of his play, much better than Wayne Rooney. And there was talks this was going to happen anyway, so it didn't really shock me that Lukaku were going to go to Manchester United, come to us, and Rooney was going to go back to Everton, where it all began, which he currently has. So, do you think next season, if he does score for Everton against us, do you think he'll celebrate? I don't think he will. I'd maybe applaud him if it wasn't in the last minute and it was a winner. Maybe not, I wouldn't then. But Ronaldo, when he scored against us in the Champions League, I think we got knocked out. He didn't celebrate in that game either. So, as I said, you were your Perisic. He doesn't compare your likes of your Bales, And there's better players out there, what we could get him for maybe the same price. We could get a better player, but I'll accept Perisic. He's got tremendous speed. And he's going to feed balls into the box, and his overall stats are absolutely dramatic. They really, really do impress me, and that's why Ed Woodward's been skipping the tours to try and get these deals finalised, And Mourinho, he's got a good pedigree, as I said. He's proved it at Chelsea in the transfer window, and same with Romelu Lukaku. He's got a good pedigree, Premier League proven. Not as good as Morata. He's got a better pedigree because he's more highly experienced, but obviously Lukaku's more Premier League proven. And Morata's basically been a reserve player at Real Madrid, basically, because he's been sat on the bench a lot or whatever. He's been dismissed from the games. He has had irregular starts. He hasn't been participating. And this is basically why he wants to leave. But people are still speculating, saying that it could be still on. It may be still on. I'm not going to fully disregard it. But this is why Real Madrid have been struggling to negotiate with other teams in this transfer window, because they're charging way too much money for their players. So that's how it is. And anything else to update you guys on today? Let's have a think. Yeah, but as I said with Sanchez, going back to the topic because this is his main video, quality player. If it were me and I were an Arsenal fan and he's a prolific goal scorer, I wouldn't want him to go. I know you could find alternative replacements. I did say it could go against you because you haven't got Champions League football, but for me, you need to keep Alexis Sanchez. Basically, if you get, I think you still may need another player on the board. But you could be competitive next season if you get a couple of more players on the board. If Sanchez goes, you could be competitive. But he's one of he's one of Arsenal's best players. He's Alexis Sanchez. It's like me, basically. I'll give you an example. Like with Bale, basically, Tottenham wouldn't have wanted him to go because he was a class player for Tottenham. Obviously, Madrid paid a staggering 90, £100 million. But it only was worth the money because look what he's achieved at Real Madrid in silver. 3 Champions League 4 seasons, 1 La Ligas, and a prolific, fantastic player. And as I said, the only reason that he hasn't been playing because he's been injury prone, and that's why. I also give you another example with the good players we've had over years. I didn't want Ronaldo to go, but it was because all the money, and this is what football is these days, just all about money in these transfer windows, and staggering amounts of money for players. And Ronaldo, we did get a £68 million profit for him because we did pay £12 million for him from Sporting Lisbon. But look what he's produced. Fantastic at Manchester United. Scored over 42 goals in one season. Won domestic cups. Won, I think, 3 Premier Leagues. Was it? 1 FA Cup, 2 League Cups, and a Champions League as well. So he was fantastic. Still one of the best players in the world for me. Because Real Madrid is basically built over around Ronaldo. And yeah, I was disappointed to lose Ronaldo when it was at United. But look what he's achieved since he's gone to Real Madrid, scores goals, won 3 Champions Leagues in 4 seasons, won La Ligas, interacts with the team fantastically well, does Ronaldo. So basically it has been worth the money basically for Real Madrid what he's achieved. But we still did gain a £68 profit out of that. So basically, Alexis Sanchez, I thought what he's demanding a £400,000 a week contract for Arsenal. That salary is a lot. Are Arsenal willing to pay that? I think Venner's willing to pay £275,000 a week for Alexis Sanchez. But if I were an Arsenal fan, I would be disappointed if Alexis Sanchez go unless I did find an alternative replacement, who is comparable as Alexis Sanchez. And you've looked at Moussa Dembele. He's a good player. He's got experience, but not as much experience as Alexis Sanchez. And yeah, anyway, guys, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna see if there's any more transfer rumours updated. If there's not, I'm gonna leave it. I won't be watching the game tonight, but I will have a glance at what's going on. As I said, it's gonna be fantastic. As I said, with he might play a different formation tonight. I presume Mourinho will be rotating the squad as he did in the LA Galaxy game as well. Yeah, currently based at the Tinto Stadium. And it's good for these players that are experiencing this training facility. Games are coming thick and fast. And I do hope Lukaku does at Scar and Rashford so they can work together. It may not happen. I speculated my lineup earlier. It probably won't be true. Mkhitaryan could start. Pogba, I didn't think started the first half last game. He could start as well, maybe not, I don't know. I think Mourinho's confirmed David De Gea will be missing out on this game as well. And maybe Joel Pereira, I think. And he did say Romero would be getting the start in tonight's game. So I won't be doing a match-along as it is late. I might be thinking of doing a few match-alongs this season coming up in the Premier League. When they're on the telly, I will presume I may do a few match-alongs. If I don't, I will be just doing my previews and the reviews on the game as normal. But the main concerns in the team, we need that width. The 3-5-2, with the centre-backs there is good. Because if you get that width and, be more clinical in the final third. There's more width coming out of the team when you're playing a 3-5-2 with all the centre-backs there and stuff like that. And wing-backs, as you saw in the last game against LA Galaxy, Lingard, left wing-back, getting 2 assists also. And there were width coming from there. And Perisic is going to bring that dedicated width. And hopefully Lukaku he's going to get balls fed into him by your likes of your Pogbas, your what's his name, Perisic and stuff like that. So we do need more width in the team. He needs to But he's going to plan out basically what his best formation is. As it's going to be beneficial as Mourinho is looking how the team is cooperating, how they work together as a team. He's going to know what formation is going to stand out, and basically he's going to know his best 11 for this season coming up. So that's always beneficial. Don't forget that. But yes, guys. Anyway, now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go right now. I am gonna go. I'm gonna have a glance at some more transfer news, and if anything else is updated, I will be updating you guys about that. So take it easy, subscribe to the channel as always, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.